What's up, friends? Welcome to my channel, Collecting is Fun, where I show you that collecting is fun. And in this one, I am finally going to review a figure that I didn't think I was going to get, because I thought my collection or collecting for gargoyles was done. I had a chance to get this guy long time ago, like a long time ago, years ago. But I thought getting Goliath and Demona was much better than getting Thailog and Goliath or whatever, you know, because I was trying to complete something that I believed was better at the time. And if I were to stop collecting, I would have been okay, you know, with what I had. And that's how you should really approach your collection when you're collecting something. Do what you want to do, but have a purpose. Have an actual reason for collecting what you're collecting, so that you're not going to be disappointed if it stops right there. I mean, you will be disappointed, but you're not going to be like, oh, dang, right? If you have the chance of getting, like, if there's a number of them out already and you decide to get just a few of those for a specific reason, you should be happy with that if, for whatever reason, they stop or there's a hiatus on producing more of those figures of that line, right? So, of course, me having Goliath and Demona was perfect, because that was where it started off. And then the Rookery brothers came afterwards. And then, of course, they came out with Angela. And I was like, yo, if I didn't have anybody else, just having Goliath, Demona, and Angela, the family dynamic would have been it. And then later on got Hudson. And then, of course, that's when it'll start trickling on to the Rookery brothers. Well, and then, of course, having Bronx, the family dog, honestly. So that's what I wanted. But I found this guy at Walmart on clearance for $20. Now I say, you know what? For $20, I'll go ahead and get a Thailog. Why not? $20 is not a bad price at all for this kind of a figure. This production here. Look at this, man. These things are big. These things are $34.99, $36.99, especially with prices going up right now. Getting this for $20, even though it's an old figure, hey, we won. I mean, I would say I won playing the waiting game. And I wasn't playing. I just saw it. Hey, $20, let me go ahead and jump on it. So here I am with this beautiful figure of Thailog. And I mean, it's like they had this thing maybe in the back. They didn't know where it was. It was just, it had dust on some of the boxes, man. Some of them had like this part right here. Look, that's kind of ripped. There was one box that didn't even have that on there. It was crazy. But yes, $20. Demona was also $20, which is apropos, because there's more story that we saw, or that we know of, from what we saw in the cartoon. The cartoon gave us some good information about this guy and his creation, but there's so much more story to the gargoyles, which is why it's so disappointing to have this line finish and stop where it is, because there's a lot. All right, so I'm going to open this guy up. We're going to look at him in all his glory, and then we're also going to talk about how he got created. Stick around. Okay, so here he is out of the packaging in all his glory with all of his accessories. You've got his tail, the pliable tail that's so necessary in order for these to stand properly sometimes. Then this here, right here, was always intrigued me. This goes to this little blaster here. So, I mean, hold on, where is it? Is this comes off. And okay, hold on. I'm a little confused now. What are we doing here? What are we doing? What's this? What is this? Hold on. Okay, all right. I see it now. I see it. It's the big spot right here. There it is. So you take, I guess, I don't know what this is. You take this off. I don't know what's that for. It's like a suppressor or something. I don't know what that's for. I don't know. It doesn't have a point of exit. You know, it's just, I don't know, but you would take this off, and yeah, you could use it like this. I mean, give it to someone else who has a hand that's big enough to hold this, maybe a McFarlane figure or whatever. But this is what it does. It fits right in here, and snugly fits too. And look at that. Whatever character has this has to have a strong shoulder. You can't just put it with anybody, because it will fall down. You're gonna have to stand right here to hold it, because this is a big old blast. This is what I was looking at. I was like, I can get this and have a Dragon Ball figure use this. I can use this for Piccolo. This looks like a possible special beam cannon right here. Think so? With Gohan or Piccolo or Vegeta, Gallic Cannon, Goku, Krillin, anybody from Dragon Ball can use this, honestly. I'm glad I have this. So if I didn't like anything else, I would have spent $20 for this. And if this was done like 3D printed by someone online, not online, excuse me, 3D printed by someone selling their stuff on eBay or anywhere else, I think they will probably charge around that much for this, because this is pretty detailed. So this is a win just having this alone. So we're going to put this down because it's absolutely something I am going to reuse over and over again for different characters, especially Piccolo. I'm going to take some type of picture with Piccolo for that. Now this is interesting. You see that? It's got a hole in there like it fits somewhere else. So that's dumb, right? Like, why would you have that on the... I don't know what that hole is for. Because you don't want to do it this way. Like have the gun right here. You can't. But if you did have a gun that could fit there, you don't want to have it like that. You want to have the biggest boom explosion, and then all of a sudden the smaller part right here. So, all right, we'll put this down. We'll stop talking about that. We'll go and put this back on. There you go. Okay, so now we've got the hands. We got a fist, right fist, nicely sculpted per NECA, with 3 fingers and a thumb. Left hand, same thing. Focus. There we go. Oh, come on now. Focus. What you doing? Ah, there we go. Nicely sculpted. And then we've got the item holding hand, which will be for the blaster. Solid. Now, here's where we get to who Thailog is and why he has this briefcase full of money. So in the episode Double Jeopardy, which was on the 2nd season, this is where this comes to play. So Thailog is a clone of Goliath, right? Thailog, reverse of Goliath, you know, and why not? We've got so many other characters that have reversal characters. We got Bizarro for Superman. We've got Reverse Flash for Flash. Even Jay Garrick has one, the Rival. You know, we've got so many others that have this stuff, right? Even Batman's got what, the Batman Who Laughs or whatever, right? So why not have it for gargoyles? Okay. Thailog is a clone, as I said, and he was made by none other than Xanatos. So Xanatos, guy with a good doctor, a very immoral doctor called Dr. Severius, and he said, I want a clone. I want to clone Goliath. So he had scratched Goliath one time with one of the metal clans, got his blood, and he put, you know, a cocktail together, whatever, and made a clone of him. So now here he is. He made a clone of Goliath, calling him Thailog, and you know how they do with clones. They rapidly increase their size and age them, so forth, body wise, right? And while he was doing this, he was implementing him with information or his way of thinking. So he was just showing him his way of the world while he was in the chamber. And of course, he's so big, you can't put him in here unless you take his arms off. But he was putting him in, he had him in the chamber, and he was, of course, just getting all this extra knowledge about him. And he was also, or his way of doing things and thinking. And he was also had some extra knowledge in there or some other ways from Severius, because he was very immoral and what have you. And he grew up to be this guy right here. Well, in the episode, he shows up for the very first time. People are scared. Elisa doesn't know what's going on. Like, I thought I saw Goliath. He was laughing maniacally in the night. They approach Goliath like, what? I don't have time for games like that. You know I wouldn't do that. You don't know for me. You have never known me to do anything like that. And so you find out later on in the episode, they tell you that he's a clone. He was raised up in this tube. He was indoctrinated the way that Xanatos wanted him to be indoctrinated. And then also, they did their job too well. So they find out that Thailog and Xanatos. You see how I did that? So Thailog was actually too smart for his own, or too smart for them, or they didn't know that he was going to be this smart. Now later on, he became proud because of what he did. So what he had done was he was supposed to be guarding the castle. He turned to stone and everything. He secretly came up with a plan for him to get kidnapped, and he put Dr. Severius in there, and he did it all for some money. A big load of money, right? Pick a number, whatever, right? Xanatos got it. And so he did all of that, and he wanted to, take the money, and he was going to run off with Severius. Of course, him being maniacal, them implementing their way of thinking into this guy, very unexpected, very random. They don't know what's going to happen. He turns on everybody. He's like, I want to take this money and I'm going to go ahead and run, and nothing you can do to stop me. He was going to offer the money to Goliath or have him share it so he can be kind of with his brother, or his father, excuse me. Like, father, maybe me and you can join. But he's like, nah, you consider me an abomination. Goliath was like, you're an abomination. You're not supposed to be here. But also afterwards, after getting captured and trapped, because I think he had trapped Lisa. Lisa was trying to investigate some stuff like she would normally do. And so Goliath was like, look, man, after all was said and done, man, you don't need to be with them. You don't need to side with them at all. Side with us. Join us, our clan. But be with us where you need to be, with your family. You're like, I was, but then you called me an abomination. So I don't want to be with you no more. So, and there it was. And that's what we have in the episode. But there's more to it. Like, he went off with Demona. And that's pretty perfect. And me, I like to keep the family dynamic to where, Goliath and Demona stay together. Angela and all of that. But then I also have Elisa Maza. So if any point in time I want to play with that storyline of Demona, jumping ship, being trifling or whatever as she is or known to be, I'll have her go with Thailog. And then Goliath can be with this new boo thing, Elisa. However, in the extended story, the story that we don't know too much about, maybe it's in the comics or so, Thailog and Demona, they actually get together, and Thailog, he being maniacal, is like trying to get rid of Demona. He's like, I'm going to use you for whatever I want to use you for, and that's it. I have no ties to you or anyone else, and if you're going to slow me down, it's on, oh well, right? He also wanted to get a clone. He was going to be with Severius or employ Severius to clone, get a version of Demona and Elisa, make a clone of those two, which her name was Delilah. So it's a lot of story that we could have gotten, that we can get from the Gargoyle storyline, the Gargoyles IP. There's so much more other than the characters that we haven't gotten, like Macbeth and Fox and Coldstone. There's these other stories or these other characters that you didn't know about. Now, would I get a Severius figure? Probably not. Would I get a Puck figure? Possibly. Would I want to pay $35 to $37 for him? Probably not. But you see what I'm saying? All of these characters are there, and it's just a crying shame for this line to be halted the way it is. I was just going to say halted. Dead, maybe not. Maybe it'll come back. All right, so that's the story of Thailog, okay? Clone extraordinaire, maniacal guy, genius, and he is just all for the sake of being conniving, skullduggish activity for the sake of profit. Like Xanatos. So here we go. We see and we know how these figures are. Just like Goliath, just different color, and it's got that maniacal look on his face. Let's see if we can get a closer look at that. Look at that face. Look at those red eyes. Look at that. Okay, we can. There it is, the red eyes. Trying to get everything in the light. Do apologize for that. It's just so big, I can't put him in every condition or every environment because he's so doggone big. Got the nice loincloth, which is not soft goods. It's just, pliable plastic. Yeah. Nice musculature. Big solid leg there. Articulation is, per NECA. What kind of articulation you going to get the gargoyles into? Perching. So he can stand like that on top of something. You can't really do too much with him. Maybe he can kneel. That's a good look for him. He kind of kneel and maybe look in some kind of way up, looking down, looking at his hand, just being real maniacal. Whatever you want him to do. Dude he's got a lot on his mind. He's always trying to connive, deceive, and do whatever, right? Okay? So we know how that's going to look. We know he looks great. He's got the nice silver hair, I guess, or white hair. Very interesting. Very interesting that he came out with this color. I'm not sure what happened with that color. But like I said, you can take a look at that episode, Double Jeopardy, Season 2. Okay. All right, so let's see. We'll go ahead and put the, we're definitely going to change his hand out, which is the item holding hand is the right one. So we're going to take this off and see if any paint is going to chip off. No paint chips. Put this on here. Where am I going to put him? I don't know exactly where I'm going to put this guy. He's just going to pop in out of nowhere, just be anywhere, because you don't know when Thailog is going to show up. He doesn't like, stand with anybody. He doesn't stand with Xanatos. Maybe he'll stand, like I said, stand with Demona, but Demona will have to come to him. He can't stand with her. All right, so let's see. Put the tail in. Let's see how much trouble this is going to give me, because sometimes this stuff is kind of hard to get in there. Oh my gosh. Ah, fire. Is that in there? Because there's no pop. It's just, hold on. That is not all the way in there. Oh, there it is. Nice little pop. There it is. All right, so of course, bend this where you want to, and there he is. He's standing up without any issues. Unless you just turn it to the side. That's what you got to do. Turn it to the side, and he can stand. Articulate the tail. You can go up. Make sure you use that right here to articulate it upward some. And so now he can stand like that. Booyah! All right, and now we've got to put the wings on, which is not something you can really mess up. Of course, this goes to the top. Go ahead and put that left wing on. Ooh, the hair is in the way. Yo, okay, let's turn this. Ooh, you see that? They all do that. They all have that snappy sound, which is so kind of nerve-wracking. Let me see. Did that do something? Did that do something? Are they all like that? Okay, yeah, they all have that little, they both have that line right there. I'll show you. Move out the way, bro. Come on now. Don't do that. Focus. Why are you doing that? Focus. There was this line right here where if you're trying to, there, it just, it's weird, but there's this line where you see it right there. It looks like it's about to break off, but it's not. It's just, that's how it is to get the wings on. Interesting. All right, let's do this with the, oh man. There we go, there's the hole. Come on, the wing go in the hole. Come on, bro. Oh, there you go. Ah, easy. Okay, cool. Now that it's behind the hair, it's easy. It's like it's locked into place a little bit, or it has a nice little thing holding it just in case. It's not loose at all, but I mean, seriously. Of course, go up and down if you want to. There. Weird. So big, so huge. Let me see. Let me see if I can just do this without making it look bad. Oh, look at that. Still not even the camera. It's so big. So big. There we go. Let's do it up a little bit. Just a little bit. There we go. Oh my gosh, dude. Trying to find a flight stands for these? Man. What are you talking about? You need something that's going to be heavy. Something, I mean, not heavy, but something that's going to be sturdy enough to accommodate this. All right. Let's put you in the back. Here we go. See all that? See all this? It's so big. And folks are like, I don't want the wings to be so big and so massive. But, I mean, that's the whole fun of it. So you got the wings being this far front. Like that. Or you can have them be further back. Which you kind of want to just be gentle. Because you're also dealing with his hair, so he can't go too far back, but there it is. So now his wings are that far back. Hold on. Got to fix his toe. He's got the toe articulation, which I'll get to in a minute. I just want him to just stand up real quick without any help. Ooh, the heaviness of it. Let me just hold you real quick. Now, you see how his head is? It looks straight on right here, but right where I'm sitting, off camera, it looks like he's looking down. It looks like he's looking down, but I mean, for right now, it looks cool. So, that's it. Because you see his head. Now that the tail and wings are on his heart. You see this? You can't move the head up at all. It's locked right there. So, however you're going to do this, and turning his head is pretty much abysmal. Look at that. You can't really turn his head that much because of all of his hair. So, having him standing here looking straight up, because the wings are in the way. So, let me see. Let's put this wings back here this way. And then maybe, can I turn it? There. I can turn it when those wings are in some. So it's all about the wings. Turn his head left and right because of the wings. Solid. Okay. I'm digging that. I am digging that. All right. So of course the toe articulation. Right here. The ball of the foot right there. Nice. And the ankles. No pivots. Wait a minute. Yeah, it's a pivot. I do apologize. He has a pivot. Arms, make sure these move. I don't want to have a situation where I can't move my arms. Got to take it back to Walmart because I can't do a double jointed elbow bend there. That's ugly. But what else can you do, I guess? Oh, that was easy. It was buttery smooth. It's a lot, man. You know these things are a lot. When you're getting into gargoyle figures, you know it's like you need to have a plan. We're going to put this stuff. I say that as I don't really have a plan of where I'm going to put them. Isn't that something? All right, so now let's go ahead and get that. He can't really hold this, can he? He can hold it like this, maybe? Or just, I don't know. Because he's got two fists, so he can definitely punch. He and Goliath can go at it. All right, let's see how he works with this blaster. Let's put this in here first before I break something. Man, that's a big hand. Ooh, that's a big hand. God dang, dude. Hold on, let me slide this in here. There we go, slide and then twist. Slide and twist. I'm trying to get it. Oh, man. Okay. Slide and twist. All right, I'm trying to get his finger to be over the trigger. You know how it works. Let's do it this way. Slide it inward. Can you do it that way? Man, I'm going to have to pause this. I don't want to struggle like this on camera. Not too much, you know, just a little bit of struggle. There we go. There we go. So now he's James Bond, Thailog. Got his little Walter PPK, noisy cricket. But he's going to have bigger blast. So let's see. Can he have it straight out? Because he's going to blast. There we go. So he's standing that way. And that's a lot. It's a lot. Trying to get him to stand. Position the tail. Position the wings. If this is not your cup of tea, I can understand as far as posing wise, because it's a lot going on. And doing this on camera on the other side is pretty crazy. But we can do it. And of course, I am cheating by using that, but I am not caring at the moment. I just want to get this done. Boom. And now, boom. As you can see, it's tilted down some. Can you get it all the way up? Depending on how you have the gun in his hand. There it is. Straight. Straight out. Boom. Boom. In your face. Can't even focus on that. Just gonna focus on this crazy maniacal smile. That's a good look. Ooh, that's a lot. That's a good look. Let's see if we can go out some. All right, so there he is looking at Xanatos. Like, I'm going to fire on you. Where's my money? Xanatos, I got your money right here. But let's just talk about it. I don't want to talk about this. Just give me my money. And you're going to fly off to Paris with Demona, because that's exactly what happened. They flew off to Paris. And or how'd they fly that way? They only glide. So whatever. I'm not sure how they got to Paris, but they got there. Maybe it was they got a helicopter or something because he had money and he got some folks working for him. I don't know. He's maniacal that way. He probably has his own little lair and he's a kingpin elsewhere with other magical creatures. Who knows, man? It's Thailog. You don't know what Thailog's going to do. Thailog and his maniacal behavior rivals Xanatos. So I think this is a pretty cool thing. I like the fact that I have a Thailog now. And I definitely like the fact that I did not have to pay an exorbitant amount of money for this figure, right? So this is cool. Little X Factor figure here. If I saw a Metal Clan, I definitely wouldn't have gotten it, because that would have been like, oh, okay, I got a Metal Clan. What am I going to do with this? But Thailog, he has story. He has history. He has potential. He has different things and different ways about him. He's from something and from someone, and he has, he has a personality. So that makes it worth it. So I think that's it. As far as all the gargoyle figures out there, I think he is the last one that actually has a mind about himself, a mind of his own. The other ones is the Metal Clan. Yeah, I think that's it. The only thing I don't have is the Metal Clan. Now, I don't have that Hudson, the Hudson with the trench coat and all that. I don't really need that at all. I don't. Just for the soft goods, no, I'm good. I don't need that. Even if I see it for like $15 or so, I probably wouldn't. But then again, just for the soft goods, $15 for just the soft goods, it'd be kind of like buying this for $20 or $50, $15. So that would be it. But with the figure, I don't know what I would do. I'd probably sell the figure. Like, here's a Hudson and all the accessories except the trench coat. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, that's it. As far as individual characters not being like a double, because there's that Sega Genesis version of Goliath. Other than that, just the individual characters as they came out without any extra, alternative variants of them. I think this is it. I think I got everybody now. I think I'm done. Yeah, that's it. Solid. Oh, sorry, there's somebody calling me. 1 second here. All right, so yeah, that's about it, man. If you watched the whole thing, thank you so much, because this is gargoyles need more love, man. They do. They need more love. We need more gargoyle stuff, man, because there's too much. There's too much of gargoyles that we are missing out on that we can have more of. All because of, I don't know what the reason is. Somebody need to talk to NECA. Put NECA in a booth. Talk to a NECA rep and say, NECA, what's going on with gargoyles? What happened? Can you give us some type of insight? I don't know. I don't even know how to pose this guy right now, because there's just so much. Can you look to the side? I don't even know. I don't even know how to do this. I want to end it on a good note, on a good picture or a good pose or something. I don't know. It's wild. Massive wings. I think that's a good one. There he goes. There we go. All right, let's do that. Oh, he looks like he's leaning. I don't want to do that. I'll bend his knees later on. Okay, that's it. I'm cheating, but there it is. That's him. Thailog, everybody. All right, that's the end of the video. Appreciate you watching. Have fun collecting, because wait a minute. Have fun collecting, because collecting is fun. Later days.